Hi, my name is Luke Holland.
And my name is Robert Salem, and we are going to cover the elements in the listening process.
This can be found on page 304 of the course's Looking Out, Looking In textbook.
Listening is known as the process that consists of 5 main elements that we are going to cover throughout this video.
These 5 elements are known as hearing, attending, understanding, responding, and remembering.
Listening is known as doing more than simply absorbing the speaker's words.
It is important to make sure that as a listener, you are paying attention to what the speaker is talking about and interpreting this message for its true meaning.
Hearing. It is the first step of listening, and it is known as the physiological dimension of listening.
We hear things when noise is projected from the speaker's voice and gets trapped by our eardrum. This noise is then interpreted as sound by our brain.
Hearing can be influenced if there is background noise or continuous exposure to the same tone known as monotone. This would break up the intended message the speaker was projected.
Also, damage can occur to the eardrum if sound exceeds 85 decibels for a long period of time, distorting the ability of the listener to hear in the future.
The best ways to maximize the ability of listeners to hear is by adjusting the speed and volume of what they are saying.
For an example of this, in a healthcare setting, it is important for the doctor to be able to hear the patient correctly in order to diagnose the illness. Attending, just like listening, is a physiological process. This process involves taking the original message and filtering out the non-important topics. What is left is only relevant material that will aid in your understanding of the topic.
It has been proven that humans tend to focus on needs, wants, desires, and immediate rewards that are associated with portions of the message, so this filtering process can sometimes be biased.
In order to improve your relationship with others, it is important to always pay careful attention to what they are saying. Without this, the sender may notice that you are no longer interested, and a disruption in communication may be seen.
An example of bad attending was shown on Thursday, October 4th of 2007, when a mislabeled tissue sample led to a misdiagnosis of Derry Eason, who had both of her breasts removed to save her from a cancer that she never had. If you would like to check out the link, it will be on the description box on the right side.
Understanding. It is the fundamental part of listening, that is, interpreting the message that the listener received. Without this portion of listening, we could not be able to understand anything that is being said. However, it is possible to hear and attend a message without fully understanding it. This, of course, would occur when the listener cannot grasp the topic that is being discussed.
In cases such as this, the sender may need to explain the topic more in order to get the listener to understand. Misunderstanding a message is just as important to note as hearing a message without understanding it. A listener can misunderstand a message by simply thinking the message meant something that it actually did not.
In an example of understanding, after Derry Eason's mistreatment for breast cancer, she did not understand that the doctor was telling her she was misdiagnosed when he told her the tissue removed from her breast did not contain cancer. Responding, which is the second last part of listening, is simply giving feedback to the speaker.
This can be done by either speaking or through body language.
A good listener will show that they are paying attention through non-verbal behavior such as keeping eye contact, reacting to facial expressions, and body language.
On the other hand, slumped posture, poor expression, and yawning show a lack of interest. The last process, which is remembering, it is the ability to recall information that you had learned from listening in the past.
In fact, we actually forget 50% of what we hear, so it's very important to always be paying attention. And since you most likely weren't paying attention there, I'm going to say that again. We actually forget 50% of what we hear, so it is very important to always be paying attention.
Within 8 hours, we will only remember 35% of the original message, and only 25% after 2 months. This means that 8 hours from now, after watching this presentation, you'll probably only remember 35% of what we have just said. And this message that we remember is known as the residual message, so make sure you're always paying attention.
At the end, we would like to thank you for watching our presentation.
However, we would like to remind everyone that in order to be a successful listener, it is crucial to always listen,
Hear the message,
pay attention,
understand by giving the appropriate feedback,
and finally, wait, what? What do we have to do?
I don't know.
Remember it!